Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back to Children's Church. I'm so glad to have you here with me. And all this month we've been talking about promises, but there's something coming up on Thursday. It's Thanksgiving, so we're talking about promises and thankfulness. So today we're talking in the book of Acts, chapter 9, verse 36, and we're talking about someone named Dorcas. She's also named Tabitha, because that happens in the Bible. We translate things. I'm not sure which one is her original name, and you guys probably don't care, but I'm going to go with Dorcas because it's very memorable. Ready? All right, we're going to jump right in at verse 36. In Joppa there was a disciple named Tabitha, which is translated Dorcas. Translated to what? Is it in my Bible? No. It means gazelle. That's fun. She was always doing good works and acts of charity. In those days she became sick and died. After washing her, they placed her in a room upstairs. Since Lydda was near Joppa, the disciples heard that Peter was there and sent 2 men to him to beg, "Don't delay in coming with us." So Peter got up and went with them. When he arrived, they led him to the room upstairs, and all the widows approached him, weeping and showing him their robes and clothes that Dorcas had made while she was with them. Then Peter sent them all out of the room. He knelt down, prayed, and turned all out of the room. He turned toward the body and said, "Tabitha, get up." She opened her eyes, saw Peter, and sat up. He gave her his hand and helped her stand up, then called the saints and widows and presented her alive. This became known throughout Joppa, and many believed in the Lord. And Peter stayed on many days in Joppa with Simon, the leather tanner. It's a relatively short story, so why am I bringing it up? Obviously, people are sad when anyone dies. But when they brought Peter in, the first thing they told him and showed him was how grateful they were for her. How she served widows and orphans and made sure they were clothed and warm. The first thing they showed him wasn't her body, but look how she cared for everyone else. And they sent for Peter because they wanted to care for her back. They didn't want her to be gone yet. And God doesn't always say yes when we ask for that, but this time he did. He brought Dorcas back. And she got to help more people. But I want to talk about how thankful they were. You know, our church has been doing Operation Christmas Child, and we send things all over the world. And our church runs a food pantry, and we give into people's lives. And I think that's a thing to be thankful for the ability to give into other people's lives, for the ability to take care of other people. And it makes me wonder what Tabitha was most grateful for when she woke up. Was she most grateful that they really wanted her back, or that she had more time to do more things? And I'm sorry, I keep switching names back and forth. It must be confusing. Tabitha is Dorcas, and Dorcas is Tabitha. And I keep translating her name back and forth. If you guys want, I could just start calling her Gazelle. That's what they both translate to, apparently. Maybe she was very graceful. We don't know. What we do know is that they called for Peter, and Peter brought her back from the dead. But that's still not what strikes me about the story every time. It's all the people who didn't have any other help showing him all that she had done for them. Because I make my own clothes, so I know that's not easy to do it by hand and to make whole things. And there were so many people to show. She must have spent so much of her time helping other people that they were willing to do something kind of crazy. Because at this point, 2 people had come back from the dead, just 2. Sorry, 3, Jerry's daughter. And asked Peter for a miracle. And I just think that's a wonderful testimony of the life that Tabitha lived. So have a wonderful week, guys. Be thankful, be grateful, be kind to each other, be kind to yourselves, and I will see you next week for the start of Advent. Okay? I love you. Bye.